If I was a girl, I'd run the city, kissing boys in the street, hiking up my mini. Back in high school, would have been the girl to beat. Football player's number on my cheek, cheating on him with his best friend Pete. Small town moms calling me fast, but I rode him slow in the backseat. It would have been a blast, feeling girly and Shirley. You know all of this is made up, cause I'm just a gay guy who's a little high, feeling a little girly. Feeling a little girly.
Welcome to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Hi, girls. Welcome to the Feelin Girlie Patreon. To all my Tier 1 and my Tier 2 lovely girlinos and gaylinos. You know I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to send it an email, just up top, it's feelingirliepod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear more fun stories from you guys. I just got back from the road. If I look a little wet and tired, don't even worry about that. That's just because, for the one reason, I slept until the second Josh, and I always put your guys' name together. Jeriel. I got here until from now on they will only be called Jeriel. Yeah. Jeriel got here at 11 a.m. and
on time.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest, today's the first day Jeriel got here on time, and they got here I got a phone call at 10:59, and I was sleeping in my bed because I just got back from the road and had a long day yesterday, and I was like, why is Josh calling me? And that's not true. I said that, and then I went, hello, and Josh went, hey, we're out front. I went, why? I knew why. I was just hoping that you guys would be like, let's do a different day. And then I got here, and you guys were like, we can leave. And I was like, in my heart, I said, I'd love it if they would leave. But I said, and not because I don't want you, not because they don't want you guys here, but because when you first wake up and you're like, how can I manipulate plans right now for me to be alone? And then I thought, no, I would love to do the podcast right now and have a good time. And so I jumped in the shower, and we got coffee, and we had coffee DoorDash. Guys, don't get mad at us. We did order Starbucks. I'm just going to tell them, because honestly, it's like I want to boycott Starbucks, and while I never get Starbucks, but at the same time, I'm like, we needed espresso, and there was no, like, DoorDash doesn't offer from Dutch Bros. Okay, so it was just this one time. Okay, so please don't. So when you see the cup, don't be like, we're boycotting them. It's like, for sure, but it's also harm reduction. We can't always boycott everything, and I promise you that I'm only going to local places every other day of the week. It's just that today we got Starbucks, and I understand that even like one time crossing the picket line is like a huge offense, but I need a little bit of grace from you guys. So, but I just feel like it's always better. Also because Ariel was like, I've never had a pumpkin spice latte. And although it is past pumpkin spice season, they still had it. And so we did want to see, Ariel, have you tried it yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you have to try it. Because Ariel, this is a very girly thing is pumpkin spice. So even though now we are into the gingerbread Christmas type flavors.
Yeah.
But
it's not Thanksgiving yet.
I agree. But
pumpkin.
I think some people now, they really, after Halloween, they go, it's
cross
over. Yeah, they cross over. They cross over to death. And so here we are. But I have to hear. I'm a huge pumpkin spice girl.
Really? Okay.
Also, Starbucks low-key sucks because you should be able to make every single drink sugar-free, and you can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the pumpkin spice is filled with sugar.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah, no shit. It's a drink made for girlies. Yeah. Are you joking? Mm. It's so good. Mm-hmm. You know what's so scary about the Starbucks drinks too? Is you just don't realize it until you realize it. Is that like these drinks they're like 900 calories, and you're like, whoa. I mean, you don't have to care, but like me, my fat ass, I'm on the brink every single day of like, oh my god, is this going to be the calories? And I know I talk about calories and fat all the time. I know that, but
it's okay. It's
fine. I don't even care. This is who I am. You know what? Yeah. I'm somebody who went to Weight Watchers at 12. Wake up, okay? People stop talking about your body. Well, I was counting points at 12 to 13 with my mom being like, oh my god, this is so exciting. Look how many points you get.
Oh my god!
I was so excited when I found out how many points I got when I was 13. I was like, oh my god, I can eat so much. And then I like couldn't stop thinking about points. But we never went to like the meetings or anything like that. And then also, my mom's great, but we both have like ADHD, so I think that we were like just doing it at home for 2 weeks, and then eventually it was just like whatever. But like, yeah, I always grew up in a house that was like, okay, whoever loses 50 pounds first gets a full shopping spree. That's what made me feel real girly this week. I'm going, if I lose weight, I get to go shopping. But I also have like no clothes. On a side note, I don't know about you guys. I feel like anytime I get a new shirt, I lose 3. Do you ever feel that way?
What do you mean?
Like whenever I buy, like, okay, I'm going to buy these 5 new shirts. And I really try to, when I go out to buy shirts and like clothes or whatever, to only buy things that I absolutely love, because I'll see something and I'll like kind of hate it at the store. And then I have this thing where I go like, I bet when I get home, I'll really like it. And that's never the case. If I'm not in love with it at the store, if I like it at the store, I'll hate it at home. And so I try to buy things I only love at at the store. And then I'll buy stuff. And then I swear to God, something happens. And by something happens, I mean, like, I take clothes and I put them in a garbage bag and I bring them to be donated. And then I'm like, where are all my shirts? And because my weight, like, fluctuates so much, it's like, oh, I have all these clothes. And then I, like, gain a bunch of weight. And then I have, like, 3 shirts I can wear. And you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I'm very much big on, like, energy and, like, getting negative. I'm like, I don't want any of this stuff that doesn't fit me. And so then I get rid of all of it. And then I, like, buy new shirts. And then I lose weight. It's actually a nightmare that people don't talk about, the gaining and losing weight of the Oprah Winfrey lifestyle that I live, of ups and downs, yo-yo dieting, is you never have clothes to wear.
So you're like getting rid of the clothes that don't fit you every time you gain or lose weight?
Yeah, because I go, this is my new life.
Yeah.
My new life is a big boy. My new life is a skinny girl. Yeah, just keep. But then I walk into my closet and then everything falls away. Everything is crazy in my closet, and it's just negative. And I go, and I have all these. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna be really open. This is really vulnerable. I have like 9. I probably have like 20 white shirts that are varying sizes. Also, maybe this is very boy of me. I don't know how to do laundry properly. I destroy all of my clothes through laundry. Like I wash it a billion times, and then all of a sudden I'm like, how did this shirt that used to be like a XXL tall is now like a serious crop top, like so starchy that it's like so stiff now that like it literally like looks like a box on me. And by the way, like my body type is not like, oh, he would look really good in a box. It like feels bad. And then this is when I think I have like a little bit of autism, where I'm like, I can't, when it feels bad on my skin, I could like throw up literally. It like makes me want to cry. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would like try to make us wear like turtlenecks in like Christmas pictures. Did you guys ever have Christmas pictures where your mom was like putting you in front of a church and then screaming at you to smile in a way that was like, smile, smile, smile? My brother would be every other picture of these pictures, and my brother like literally tears. All of us are streaming, and then just like this, like, and my mom's like, stop crying. Do you guys have that?
Not that experience.
Every single Christmas.
It's so specific.
Yeah.
Did you do that too?
Yeah. Every single Christmas, we would all be like in matching clothes, crying on like a church step, just like, and with like a dog in between us. And we get like one good picture, and then the other 90 is one of us is always crying, and my brother's like, the sun's in my eyes, Mom, please stop. Yeah, but that was, but I remember she would make me wear turtlenecks and like jeans. And the way that jeans felt on my body made me want to throw up as a kid. Do you guys have that? Like when you first put on jeans for the first time, you were like, I cannot wear these. I will die.
Dude, jeans now are so comfy.
I know.
They make them so much better.
That's what it's a real test to just keep doing the thing that's uncomfortable, and you will love it. It's like the gym. Jeans are like the gym. It's like if you keep going, you feel really comfortable doing it.
Dude, well, like I'm just talking about like the material itself. There's like these feel like I'm like wearing sweatpants right now.
Really?
Like in the
I
inside.
think it depends. Like if you get like really, really good quality, like real denim jeans, they're uncomfortable. Like I think like actual jean material like isn't comfy.
I know, remember back in the day when they were doing like jean pajamas, I was like, you're a fucking slob.
Yeah, like jeggings and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, jean leggings, that was crazy.
I know. I had so many pairs. Yeah.
That was like a like a fancy white trash outfit.
Oh yeah, well this was also the day of the skinny jeans, where it was like, well, everyone is already wearing skinny jeans, so you might as well make them comfortable.
Yeah,
I get it. If I was a girl, I would absolutely have jeggings on. I would have like the jean leggings with my like heels. Oh my God, with my like 5-inch black heels, my jean leggings on, and like a busty top, walking around being like, I'm Amanda. I'm Amanda, and I'm assistant manager here, and you're not gonna talk to me like that, okay? And my hair is blonde, but I have like the dark underroots underneath it, and like way too much eyeliner on, and I'm like, you're actually fuck you. And like glasses, but I'm like one of those hot girls that's wearing glasses that like, yeah, I do need them, but like it makes me kind of like, everyone takes me more seriously in my glasses, okay? My name's Amanda. But everybody hates me except for my boyfriend, who's like dogging me out. Yeah, I love those girls though. Those girls are so special to me. They always liked me too at work. They'd be like, but Dylan, you're cool. Everyone else here fucking sucks. Those are the girls who hate other girls. I love a girl who hates other girls, because you kind of go like, oh, we got a recruiter. You do. Whenever I meet a girl that's like, I don't know, I like don't get along with other girls. I'm like, oh, we wouldn't get along. I don't like when girls just like have male friends, especially when it's like I like gay guys and then my boyfriend and his friends. They're so cool. I'm like, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, because you're usually like a pick me kind of.
Yeah, and also like I think pick me is like such a bigger conversation in the sense that like, is it pick me or are you just like, are you feeling like you're in competition with other women? I guess that is what pick me is. It's just
you think you're like so like different and like better.
But I think it's coming from insecurity. It's like girls who are like,
sure.
I hate Taylor Swift, and not to be like, we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift the whole episode, but like, I think it's a huge indicator when girls are like, I hate her. I go, well, you hate her. I don't hate anybody.
True. Right.
Is pick me the equivalent to like performative male?
Yes, but no, because performative male is all annoying to women and gay guys, and straight guys don't care about that. Like straight guys, this isn't like it would be like a pick me equivalent of pick me would be something that bothers straight men about other guys.
I do think that. I think the performative male thing bothers men.
I don't think, and not largely. You think guys see a guy reading a book and wearing a cardigan and is like, I hate that guy. But or does that come from homophobia of being like, why are you dressing like that? Because those are two different things. Because pick me is like a girl who's like, I'm not friends with other girls. I do things for male validation, and so I sacrifice my own gender for the thought that I might actually get male validation. And I don't know if men care about things like that because men aren't trying to get female validation. They're trying to get sex. And so I guess like maybe the equivalent would be like your buddy trying to fuck the same girl as you. That maybe, you know what I mean? And like you guys that might be it.
You know what I think for the performative male thing is that I don't like when I know that they think they're cool.
Yeah.
That's what and so if that's the same, then yes, but if not, no.
I don't think it's the same because you're not the performative male is not sacrificing other men to if anything, he's taking the hits because he is going off of masculinity and he doesn't have to deal with it. So I don't think the performative male is actually a performative male. Once again, is just a problem for women. It's the performative male is holding up a sign saying, "Hey, girls, right here, I'm safe," and then they rape you. Okay, and it's not funny, and it's not funny, and it's not funny. But that's what the whole joke is. It's like, oh, he's the safe one. That's what they're doing. They're like, I'm different, I'm sensitive. It's like, no, he's still gonna scream at you at a Target. You know what I mean? Like he's still a guy.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like any guy that does the thing where it's like.
And I've been sexually assaulted. I can make jokes like that. I actually remembered it because I was reading my jokes and I forgot about my rape joke that I had about my own experience. And then I was like, oh my God, I should try this on my show. And I did, and it killed. And I was like, oh, this is great.
It's always nice.
Yeah, I should also say it wasn't like, listen, it's like whatever. I woke up one time to a guy having sex with me, and I did go over to his house and get blackout drunk. And I should also say that when I say I woke up to him having sex with me, he wasn't inside of me. He like had gotten me hard and sat on it, which is a lot of work to rape somebody. And so I was kind of like, well, at least he's doing the work, And then I will say afterwards, I like kind of came to, and I was like, what happened? And in a southern voice, he went, I raped ya. And in the joke, I always go like, and I thought that was so revolutionary. You know what I mean? Because it's like they never admit it. And right afterwards, he was like, yeah, I did it.
That's so bad.
I know. That's his drinking days, Dylan, and bad things would happen.
And he said that? Wow.
He actually said that?
He said that was I said, what? How did that happen? And he was like, I raped you. You were sleeping.
Did he think it was funny?
I think he
like
did
he
think
thought
it was
like
funny.
A joke? Or
I think he did think it was a joke.
Like he didn't think it was actually a problem.
Obviously, he didn't think it was actually a problem. And I go back and forth of whether or not that was a problem.
It was a problem.
Yeah, I remember like stumbling home that night and being like, what happened? I was like black. I think I drank like a half bottle of like liquor, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing, Dylan.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's actually a very bad thing. But I mean, everyone gets to talk about their own experiences the way they want to.
That's true.
So,
that's very true.
So, but I did do it as a joke on stage, and it killed.
Dude, I told Kat was on my show. Kat, who's been on this podcast, for the listeners, Kat Swatner, very funny comedian. She came into the green room yesterday. She had a new haircut. And then I was like, oh, did you get your haircut? She said, yeah. And I went, why? Which wasn't inappropriate because I just
Brielle
said it as a joke. What's up?
Brielle cut her hair.
Yeah. And I asked, and it looks great. But I was like, oh, why'd you do it? And then she was like, oh, that's so funny that you asked that. Like, because it was like mean. It was funny. And then she was, I'm going to just go do that on stage. And then she went out there. she opened with it and it full bombed, and then I felt bad. I was like, that's my fault.
Yeah, that happens a lot. The people are like, oh, I'll try that on stage. And then, like you'll have a conversation, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'll do it on stage. And then you do it, and you're like, fuck, why did I do that?
Well, it's funny because she was like, yeah, he asked me why. And then everybody's like, what's a good haircut? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't translate. The funny doesn't translate because people are like, no, I like your haircut.
Yeah.
But you in your head, it's like funny that he made fun of it.
It's still a good premise of like, why? Like,
right.
Why would you cut your hair?
Yeah.
It is a good premise.
It's just funny because I was like, no, you should go say it. I encouraged her, and then it just didn't go well.
Do you ever have, okay, so Elizabeth Gilbert talks about how, this is on the same topic, but Elizabeth Gilbert talks about how like ideas, she believes that ideas, and I believe this too, are like not our own. They're like floating around and they'll come to you, but it doesn't mean that every idea is meant for you. Sometimes you're kind of just like holding on to it until it can get to its rightful owner. And that also ideas, and I wonder if you've seen this as well. I read this in Big Magic. Like you can have an idea and you'll like love this idea and you'll be like, this is my idea. And then you're working on it and maybe like put it to a side for a while and then you try to come back to it and it's like, it's kind of gone. And then you see somebody else do that exact idea. And it's like, oh yeah, the idea, I didn't do it. So the idea like got up and left and went to find someone who will actually finish it. I like really believe that. And I was flying to Phoenix this weekend. And as I was falling asleep, an idea, like literally a joke that is not my style, not for me whatsoever, like literally as I was falling asleep, like came to me as a full on joke. And I was like, I wouldn't even feel comfortable doing it. It's like such observational comedy. It was about how like, it was literally about signatures. And anybody who's ever seen my comedy knows like, I'm not like, hey, what's going on with signatures? But as it was like, literally, I felt the idea go through my body all about signatures. And it was like a good idea where I was like, I've never heard anybody talk about signatures because they are literally useless. Like what even is a signature? Not just like celebrities. I mean, like the people have been like, oh, but you signed this. And you're like, oh, what, my hand made a dancing motion? Like it's so stupid. And this whole thing, and I was like, I got off and I told Spencer about it and he was laughing because he was like, I've never heard you do a joke like that in your life. It's so observational. But I was like, maybe it'd be like kind of fun. I didn't do it because I was like, I genuinely don't think I'm good enough. That pen isn't sharpened enough for me to write that joke, but I do think it actually would be a good joke. But yeah, that's what I was saying, like ideas and stuff like that.
So fun. It's so funny because that happens so many times when you get something, you go, I know this is good.
Yeah.
But I just can't, for whatever reason, it's just not me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not, and sometimes you're just meant to hold on to it. Like you're the closest creative force that could have held on to that joke and like just think about it, give it a little extra energy before it shoots off to somebody else. I guarantee you, in the next 2 years, you will see someone have some like massive signature bit, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, that idea was with me for like a couple minutes."
Dude, you know this is actually giving me good perspective. I enjoy this angle. I enjoy this thought process because what I've had in the past is I'll have a new joke and I'll write it and I'll start doing it and it does go out and somebody goes, "Have you heard so and so do a joke that's like very similar?" And then you've never heard the joke, and then you look and you go, "Oh, God, it's so close that I shouldn't do it," and you go, well, at least we're in the same headspace.
Well, I also think that like when it comes to jokes, I think all ideas are not equals. I think jokes are trickster ideas where like, and they're not always like, I think like a book idea or like a movie idea, like that is someone who's like an idea that's willing to commit to like one creative force. I do think that joke ideas are a little bit like comedians. Like they're married, but they're fucking someone on the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like a joke will like come to like two people at the same time and be like fucking both of you and being like, which one of you can write it better? Yeah. Jokes ideas are a complex. It's not like just like other ideas. It really will come into you and fuck you and make love to you and then go fuck somebody else and be like, yeah, but he's pretty funny too. Yeah. Jokes are like chuckle fuckers. You know what I mean? Like they'll get everybody to be like, well, who is the best?
They gossip.
They want jokes are like superior like comedians. They want the person to write the best version of the joke. So that's why they go to multiple people to do it.
That's so fun. I like this. I
like this idea.
Yeah.
I also, it's nice. She talks about this in the book as well, where it's like, it's nice that it doesn't all come from me. Like, and then I get to kind of take like, yeah, these are my experiences and like things that I've lived through, but like these ideas I'm not God in creation of all things creative in my life. I'm working with something else that's like outside of my body, and that takes a lot of pressure off of me, and I like that.
No, yeah, I do like that too, because also working in a creative space, you do get, it is almost like a nice ego check too in the middle of all of it.
I 100% agree.
Because yeah, sometimes it's so easy to be like, I rule.
Yeah. Sometimes comedy, you're like, I'm like pretending to jerk off. I'm like, I'm literally the greatest that ever lived. Yeah. You go full Darth Vader. You're just like, Anakin's dead. I am what remains. The comedian who owns everything. It's crazy.
You guys ever taste your own cum?
Yeah. And then all of your friends are just Obi-Wan being like, Anakin, please, I'm sorry. And you're like, no. I love it.
You do not get a guest spot.
Yeah, no guest spots. Only for the dark side. Oh, God, it's so good.
Give it up for Matt Ross.
Give it up for Matt Ross. He's for coming to live with us. No, Matt's the best. We love Matt. Ariel, is anything making you feel girly this week?
I've been sketching a lot.
A little drawing
And,
girl.
Yeah, and I feel like my sketches make me feel girly because I like to draw like pretty ladies and
Same.
stars and like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Ariel's drawing Miller right now, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait to hang it up. It looks so good. I got a little preview of it. Ariel is so talented. We have a bunch of Ariel's paintings, but we couldn't figure out a way to like actually put them up. Will you show will you please show the that
favorite.
one? My
He
favorite.
loves this one.
I think it's
I love
so
that you love this
beautiful.
one because I thought it wasn't good when I did it.
Is this camera on?
Yeah.
There's no screen.
It's
It's facing
flipped.
you. Okay.
This is Ariel's. What do you call this one?
Forest,
Forest.
I guess.
This
Right
is
on the
Forest.
nose.
And this is my favorite one that she has. I'm a big fan of this guy.
I like that one too.
I think it's very like topsy turvy. What's going on?
It's Greece.
It's like it's just like a bougainvillea in Greece.
Oh my god.
Bougainvillea.
They're both. I mean, you're so talented. It's crazy. I wish I could draw like that. Isn't it funny that like, I mean, people are like, I'm not a religious person, but I also don't like atheists or like nothing is here. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, like Ariel can draw literally a perfect vision of like the forest. So I mean, something's got to be here. Do you have a little bit of like? I feel like if I was painting, did you ever watch Little Women?
I love Little Women.
I
the old
love
version.
Okay, but I like the new. Have you watched the new one?
It's not good.
Okay, why don't you like? Okay, well, whoa.
Why does
This is
everyone
very-
like that one? I'm so sorry because I know people really like that, and like the director is like amazing. And
No. Okay,
whatever.
can I just say this about the because I hear what you're saying. I love the old one too, and I think that this is a little bit of like people can't handle like original song versus the cover. You know what I mean? Like let's
Yeah.
just talk about like the elephant in the room when it comes to like the cover and remakes and things like that, which is just like the Dixie Chicks verse. Stevie Nicks. What's that song?
I don't know.
Oh, everybody who's listening right now is screaming it.
I know.
Landslide. The song Landslide. If you heard, we grew up in a time where it was like the Dixie Chicks. I think I heard the Dixie Chicks Landslide first before I heard Stevie Nicks. But then, of course, I was like a 9 years old obsessed with like Practical Magic. I became like obsessed with Stevie Nicks when I was like in like 4th grade, which is like, there are so many times in my life where, do you know that I accidentally tell everybody that I'm gay before I was ready to. Like literally I was like listening to Stevie Nicks in my bedroom. It's like, and not like, Fleetwood Mac. I mean like Stevie Nicks albums or like, whatever. I was so gay. It was in 6th grade. I literally did a project about Judy Garland. And I remember all of the teachers
so
being like,
cute.
"Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes." They were like, "You have to do an icon of like history." And I was like, "Judy Garland." And they're like, "What do you like about her?" And I was like, "I love that she had this promising career and then it just fucking got to drugs and alcohol." They were like, "You're gay."
The other boys are talking about Abraham Lincoln.
yeah. I'm like, "Who's that?" Which, by the way, Abraham Lincoln, gay.
I've heard this.
Abraham Lincoln is gay, and I heard that too, and I have not done any research whatsoever, and now I'm just telling people he's gay. That's very much me. But okay, Little Women. I think this is very much the Landslide. Stevie Nicks. And I'm somebody who I love both of them, but when I listen to them, I get different feelings. Like when I listen to Stevie Nicks. Version of Landslide, it feels very, very personal and like about like family and like my the way I'm looking at my life, and it's an aesthetic version of the song that I fucking love. And then when I listen to Landslide by the Dixie Chicks, there's something in me that's like, this is who I am. Like that one is, I love the Dixie Chicks. And I know you're supposed to call them the Chicks. Wake up, okay? It's fine. No one's, because they took Dixie out of their name because it was like racist or whatever. It's fine.
That's it. Oh.
I think I think it was during like 2020, the protest. They were like, this is what we can do. I was like, I'm sure there's more we can do than change your band name, but okay. There's got to be something other than changing one word out of your band name that did not hurt anybody, that for sure. But the Chicks.
Also fun to make it about you too during that time. being
Exactly.
like, no, we're gonna do something for you guys.
I do love them, and I love their story, and I think that they are like someone to look back at. Josh,
God. What was that?
The camera lens.
But Little Women, I think you just have to look at it as like their first one is perfect, and that's the problem. It's a problem messing with perfect. But there are things that I love about the new one, like with Florence Pugh. I mean, like the things that you don't
That didn't make any sense. Why was she playing a 12-year-old? That didn't make any sense.
So you're getting caught up on that kind of stuff,
but other things too.
For sure. But I love what I love about those movies is like Amy's speech of being like in Paris and being like, if I can't be great, then I don't want to be anything. Like when she's talking about painting, or she's talking about marriage with Lori and being like, marriage is a business proposition. You know what I mean? And explaining life as a woman that way. I thought those were such beautiful moments that we didn't necessarily get in the original, or like Joe being like, I want to be loved. And, and she's like, that's not the same as being in love, and I think those are the type of things that I really gravitated towards. I really liked the style of it. I liked the back and forth lighting and what it looked like. I really just thought it was a full fun, I loved it. I really loved it, but you just didn't.
I don't know why. And
sometimes when you love the original so much, it's like, I'm not going to be happy about Practical Magic 2. I'm telling you that right now. Like, I'm not going to be happy about it.
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good because I love the first one so much.
Yeah.
There's just no way it can be good.
Well, when they do these remakes, or not even but just sequel, because they did a Hocus Pocus 2 also, right? I didn't watch it because I heard it was bad, and I just feel like every sequel that's made now is like that. It's like, it's just not the same, and they're just doing it as like a cash grab because they know people will watch it because the original is so low. But anyway.
Well, they also ruin them because they don't look at what do we like about them. They go and Hollywood doesn't know why we like certain things, which is why I appreciate it with Little Women. Greta kind of made it her own. Yeah. And I like this. I know that Amy's supposed to be 12, and I know that she doesn't look 12 in it, right? I do think that they made it as best as they could while keeping the same actors and making her look much more older and mature. Like with those types of things, I don't really get into my head. I just go like, oh, they're closer in age than they were in the first one. You know what I mean? Like it's not so much of a thing because I don't like when it's like when it's
a different actor.
I don't like that. It bothers me. It's like with Anakin. Yeah. I hate that little kid in the first movies. I go, give me Hayden Christensen. Like or just like I want Hayden Christensen I'm not that Hayden Christensen can play a 9-year-old in the first, prequels, but I mean like I just take that. I wouldn't even have done that one. Honestly, and like shown his whole backstory, it would have just been like a flashback. Yeah, I don't like that. I like the whole, but I totally hear what you're saying. It's hard to if you're sitting there being like she's supposed to be 12 and that's fucking she's 24.
Yeah, but not even that. Like me, my mom, and my sister, we all watched it. We all love the original. So maybe that that's like why we didn't like it. But just something about it just like fell flat for us. Like the scenes, they weren't as impactful. Like it didn't capture the same emotion that the original did, and we all felt that way. But then I talked to everyone else, and everyone else really liked it, and I was like, okay, why did the three of us not? I don't know.
I also think though, I'm not, and I hear what you're saying because I agree with you, but I think it's one of those things that like, what were the emotions that the first one was trying to hit that the second one wasn't? Like I think the second or the newer one was trying to hit telling the same story in like I look at it like they're telling the same story with different scenes and different lighting and different emotions. So like, of course you have like the original subplot, but then all these little things in between, they're trying to send different messages. So if you're looking for it to be the exact carbon copy with new actors, that's not what they made. Yeah. To me, I go, I don't know. I thought it was much more mature. Yeah. Which I like. I don't really care. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but like I don't really care about like 12-year-olds. I like when they're like women. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds crazy.
You pedo.
No. But I agree. It's a tough debate. And I think you either can also like it and not like it, and it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, I should watch. I've only seen it once. I could start watching it again.
I think you should go into watching it this holiday season because there's no better time to watch Little Women than in the winter.
I want to watch the original.
Okay, what if you watched the original, but you watched the remake first, and you went into it at saying, like, I'm almost pretending like the original didn't happen and just watching it with like a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see.
Just looking at it alone, not comparing.
Yeah. Not comparing like that. It's really hard because I remember like I loved Broad City. I loved Broad City, and I would watch the first 2 seasons every single day. I mean, every single day I would watch Broad City, getting ready for the 3rd season to come out. And then the 3rd season came out, and I remember exactly where I was when I turned on the TV, and I watched the first episode, and I went, they lost it. This is bad. This isn't funny. And then I gave it a week, and then I rewatched it, and I laughed my ass off because I was like, oh, I was putting too much pressure on it. Sometimes we're putting too much pressure on these remakes to be everything that the first one gave us. And when you watch it again and go like, I want to watch this from a different point of view in a different state. Sometimes I feel that way with albums too. Like when Taylor has a new album come out, I can't just turn it on. I can't wake up in the morning and turn it on. I have to be like, have my coffee, start going for a walk, like really be in a place to take in something new creatively and without comparing it to her old stuff. Or like, I feel that way about any album. I remember every time I put on an album from my favorite album, like Maggie Rogers' new album, I remember I put it on, I was like going to my job at 6 a.m. I used to wait tables at 6:30 in the morning. I was a breakfast waitress and loved that job. I kind of miss it sometimes, but I'm like, I should just get a job waiting tables just like two days a week during the week when I'm here, just for like regular whatever. That's not gonna happen. But I really could you imagine I'm like touring the country, then on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays I'm like waiting tables at a diner here in Austin. I mean, would be kind of awesome. It would be sick.
Del Rey does that, doesn't she?
She did it once, I'm sure, for like I'm sure she was like about to kill herself or something, and so she was like, I'm gonna go and like wait tables like a normal person, and then everybody took pictures with her, and she was like, oh, God, jigs up, I can't do it. I'm not that famous though, so I could still. They would be like, do you make videos? I'd be like, yeah, I do, whatever. You know, people wouldn't bat an eye.
Didn't she marry a guy from like an alligator tamer or something?
Yeah, she like went to like an alligator like ride like years ago and like got his number, and then I don't know. Yeah, she's married to him now, which is like, hey,
it's very on brand for her.
Yeah, it's like whatever, live her life. Who cares?
I love her music.
I know.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, I didn't know you liked her music that much.
I listen to it all the time. We sing together.
Ariel's pissed. Ariel's like, oh, so you want to fuck Lana Del Rey?
No, I love her too. You're more of a Lord. I know you love Lord.
I'm a Lord
Like
girl.
you listen to Lord.
Yeah, I love Lord too.
Pure Heroin might be one of the best albums.
Of course.
Ever.
People, but then once again, her new album came out. I thought it was good. People hate it because it's not what the original was. You know what I mean? It's always going back to like, well, I need it to be exact. No, people don't like change. That's the problem. No one likes change. And so, like I was saying, like I would be going to my job at 6:30 in the morning, and I would be like, oh, Maggie Rogers put a new album out. I love Maggie Rogers more than anyone in the entire world. I mean, I literally have a knitted thing of her behind me right now, and I would put it on at 6:30, and I listened to the first song, and I was like, stop, because I hate it. And I don't actually hate it. I just woke up. I haven't had coffee yet. I'm trying to, and then I worked my whole shift. I like took a nap. I got up. I went for a walk. I put it on, and I was like, "This is one of my favorite albums." But you have to be in the right mindset to take in something new, creative. You can't just do it willy nilly.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I will say we're trying to not switch everything up on this podcast, but I do want to start doing a couple extra emails in the for the tier 2 girls, because I feel like you guys are feeling a little left out, and I still want you guys to send your emails in, and so we'll do an email really quickly. This one says, turns out I'm dating a sex offender. Oops. Really not good.
Yeah.
Really, by the way, turns out, oops is not the right that's the subject line. Oops, not the right. The only way that if it's not this, you're in trouble. If it's not, oops. Like there was a kid in my high school who like got put on the sex offender registry when he was like 18 because he got caught pissing outside. That's the only sex offender registry you're allowed to date, because it's like, or maybe they should date each other. Whatever. They shouldn't. They'd be like fueling each other's fucked up things, but. No, like this guy, Jimmy, he was so hot. And everyone would be like, he's on the sex offender list because he got caught taking a piss outside. I was like, I want to see his penis. That's what I always thought. I was like, God, I wish I was with the police officers when they found him.
Isn't that crazy that you go on the same list if you pee outside and you also do horrific things?
It's insane.
They should fix that.
Yeah.
They should fix everything.
Yeah, that's a little bit lower on the list of things that need immediate fixing.
Yeah. Oh, well, I should also say what is very exciting is what's making me feel girly this week.
yeah.
Thanks for asking, Ariel.
I'm sorry.
No, honestly, having drinks with my girls, me and Ariel having our coffees right now for going on this podcast is making me feel really girly. Yeah, I feel like I heard a new album that was really making me feel girly. Really quickly, we are gonna get to that email, but I just want to say, I listened to Lily Allen's new album. Mm-hmm. You listened to it?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Lily, you would if you heard her songs. I listen, and everyone was asked listen to Lily Allen's new music. So basically, what happened is she was dating the guy from Stranger Things, the grown man. I think he's the police officer in that. That Millie Bobby Brown actually just posted a whole a bullying claim towards him.
Yeah,
I know people really don't like Millie.
Yeah, she seems like
Annoying
sweet to me.
Oh, sweet. So? Yes, no, she's so sweet. I'm sure she's so sweet. She's annoying to me. I've never cared about. I've never been a Stranger Things. Like I don't care about 12-year-olds, as I said. So like when they were like this incredible show about 12-year-olds, I go, yeah, like I could give a fuck. The only thing that I like about kids is Stand By Me. I think that is one of the best movies ever made. It really makes me feel things when I watch Stand By Me. I go like, this was my childhood. But I really loved that movie. But no, I don't care about Stranger Things. So basically, like, he basically cheated on her with, like, every single woman you could ever live. It's, like, a really fucked up story about their marriage. Mm-hmm. And she basically made an entire album about all of it and, like, airing out all of his dirty laundry. Mm-hmm. And so I listened to the album. It's going huge right now. Obviously, of course, these are famous people who are basically, like, burning each other's laundry and throwing it out the window publicly. And so it's getting huge traction. I listened to the album. I love what is it, Pussy Palace? I think it's so good. She's like talking about they call their apartment. It's like she didn't realize she was living in the Pussy Palace. Like he was fucking every single girl or whatever. Yeah. And here's my honest opinion. I listened to it. I liked it. I could not see myself listening to this album over and over and over again. I think that the story behind it and the news going on around this album is what is really fueling it to have what is happening for it right now. I think as a standalone album without everything personal going on, I think what's fun about this album is that it's salacious and it's like really dogging this guy out, and like I think that's what people are kind of taking in right now, this energy. I don't think it's a great album. I like Lily Allen. I've been a fan of hers in the past. It's a very Lily Allen album. It really just is. Like it sounds like her. It's great. There are some very fun songs on there. It's called West End Girl, I believe. It's really more her narrating everything bad. It's like listening to a friend tell you everything bad that happened in their relationship in secret that you didn't know about for after the breakup. Except like there's music behind it. Like it's salacious, and I think people are loving it right now. To me, it's fine. What
genre of music is it?
Lily Allen's like her own genre.
Is it like poppy?
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of it.
Okay.
Here. It's very West End Girl. Oh yeah, you know this song. This is like
I don't know it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Smile. That's her like classic, but like this is like Pussy Palace. Like
there's a lot of music I don't know. Okay.
It's not bad. It's
very
good.
Like vibey.
It's
like,
very vibey. It's
yeah.
like, it's not a bad album. It's good, but like it's not gonna be like one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. I think like the story is really fueling most of it, but it is fun.
Yeah.
People were asking me
I'll listen to it.
Yeah. I listened to it on the plane. I was like, this is good. And then also somebody keeps commenting Cabo Bob story.
Oh yeah.
Every single week. And I just want to say, like, you're not going to be happy with the Cabo Bob story. It's not good. If you don't know what Cabo Bob's is, it's basically like a Chipotle here in Austin.
It's so good. We finally tried it.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. And so I'm literally just telling the story because the one person stops commenting Cabo Bob story because it's not good. But I used to live right next to Cabo Bob's. And I would go over there just like when I was on keto all the time. And, you know, they have it's great. Like it's just like, it's like a fun Austin Chipotle. And you go in, and I went in and like they had so many people there working. And this is my problem. It's the same problem at Chipotle, which they like, all right, you're like, I get chicken. And some girl in there who was like 19 and I'm sure she's like working, like going to UT or whatever. You would think if her wrist was broken the way she was putting chicken on here. Like she had no, genuinely, like you would be like, oh my god, her wrist's broken, because there's no way. Like she's taking the spoon and putting it in the chicken, and she's like this, like it's shaking, putting it in there. I go like, okay, what's going on here? And then she puts like literally a half scoop of chicken on my thing, and I looked at her and I go, that's really. I go, thank you so much. That's not gonna work. I am gonna need like, listen. It's like $16 for a bowl. I'm not playing this game. You cannot give me a half scoop of chicken and be like, there you go. It's like, no, this is like, I was like on keto. And so I was like, and then she was like, oh, you want more chicken? I go, yeah, I mean, like there's literally maybe like 0.3 ounces on there. So I am going to need some more chicken. And I said this all in a really nice way, but the wrist is like shaking. Like I was like, sometimes the younger generation, they get nervous talking to people. And so I think that they start to like shake or whatever. And so then she was like, oh, I'll do it again. And then she gave me like a quarter scoop more. And I was like, okay, I go, can I have extra chicken? And you know what I mean? It was like a whole, and then the girl next to her was like, okay, that's not enough. And the girl like took a scoop and like put it on. It's like, no, thank you. That's the Cabo Bob story. Her wrist was broken. Okay, there you go.
You happy, Gonzo?
Yeah, you happy? That's all it's going to be.
His name is Gonzo.
Is it?
Yeah, he is the man. He used to listen to Matt and I's podcast from like 4 years ago. And he still does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he converted to
Feelin Girlie? Oh, thank you, Gonzo. Okay, so let's go back to, turns out I'm dating a sex offender. Oops.
Yeah, oops is not the right adjective.
No.
Is that an adjective? No, it's a descriptor.
Either one. I don't know what either one means. Okay, so dearest Dylan, for reasons that will become obviously, please keep this completely anonymous. Help. I'm 35 and gave up on dating apps and men in general. Yeah, I gave up on men, so I thought, I'll date a predator. I gave up on the apps, and I thought, ooh, let's open up the sex offender registry. Let's see if one of those guys are single.
There's 15 near me.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the red dots. So many dogs out there, woof, woof. Okay. Since my last... I do too. I don't like woof, woof. I also hate when guys go he, like H-E-H-E. I go, fuck you.
I say he. Is
You're
it
a girl.
different because I'm a girl? Okay.
Yeah. You're a lady. Since my last relationship ended 2 years ago, I've come to value my time alone or with friends or family and feel completely fulfilled without a significant other in my life. Now I met a predator. No, it's crazy. However, I recently met a man organically, and I'm falling hard. Yeah, they're pretty manipulative. We've only been on a few dates, but this is the best time. Let's just keep reading. Maybe I'm being judgmental, but I'm not being judgmental. He's on the sex offender list. I mean, like, oh God, that's how women are. They go, yeah, so he's on the sex offender list, but he looks me in the eyes while he has sex with me. It's like, yeah, well, he's thinking of 12-year-olds. Sorry. I'm sorry. We're going to keep reading. We've only been on a few dates, but they are the best I've ever had. I feel seen, heard, and respected. Yes, the bar is low. He's incredibly smart, well-read, makes me laugh until I cry, is affectionate without being overbearing, blah, blah, blah.
He also rapes children.
It's not funny. But it's like, I mean, it's crazy.
You're out of your mind, lady.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, we just have so much fun together. Yeah, well, he's like pushing her at the at the park on the thing, being like, we have so much fun. He pushes me down the slide and
lollipops.
Yeah. Oh, he always has candy in his van. I am completely at ease being myself around him, which is a real treat as a bona fide weirdo. I'm so incredibly... Yeah, I'm such a weirdo. He likes when I put pigtails in my hair. I'm so incredibly into him and excited about getting to know him better and see where this goes. But by the way, if you forgot this is a comedy podcast, it's a comedy podcast, okay? But then, like any totally normal psychotic women dating these days, done, I Googled him and found out that he's on a registered sex offender for taking photos of a client's. He was a physical therapist. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not good. 12 years ago. So he's a felon, permanently on the sex offender registry and spent time in prison. I realize that I barely know this person, but from what I do know, I cannot square who he currently seems to be with somebody... Sorry, what I do know, I cannot spare who he currently seems to be with someone who would intentionally hurt women. He is in therapy, deeply reflective and thoughtful. Most of his friends are women. He is a sole caretaker of his mother who has Alzheimer's. He genuinely seems like a good guy. Okay, there's more, but taking pictures of your nude, I'm assuming they're a nude clients while they are unknowing. I mean, that does speak to a much larger issue than like he was a physical therapist. I'm sure he lost his license, all these things. What I don't like is that he did not tell you. And I understand that even if he's done a ton of work on himself and he's like, okay, I've changed. I'm not like this anymore. I think that's always going to be a little bit inside of him. He clearly has sexual desires that like, I'm not sure. That's a lot. I don't like that you had to Google it to find out. I think he should have told you that. And also, like, not to be like crazy, like I understand he's the solo caretaker of his mother who has Alzheimer's, but like that doesn't really mean he's not a sexual predator. That just means that like he, on top of taking pictures of women 12 years ago while they were, you know, nude in his care, he also like wipes his mom's ass. Like that doesn't make him a good or bad person. It just means like there's a ton of guys who like show up for their parents who also do horrific things to women. So that's not like an indicator to me of whether or not he's a good guy. It really, most of his friendships are women. I mean, that's also weird to me. I don't know. I think you have to ask yourself like why you really were like, I'm going to Google him.
Yeah.
I think you had probably a gut feeling. I don't know. Let's see. I do not believe that people are simply the worst things they've ever done. I actually agree with that. I think that if we hold people to, if they did one bad thing or whatever, that they are that bad thing forever, I think that really limits us in society. And I think that we, as humans have to realize that some people can change. I think it's really tough with these types of things for people to get over and other people to get over them. But this is, I mean, like, this is tough.
Yeah.
And it's also, it is not fair for like, if like he robbed a place, you know, we wouldn't be like, well, he's a robber for the rest of his life. But this does speak to a different instinct of like, because robbing a place is like, okay, well, he really needed money. He was a drug addict. He did these things because he was sick. And at the same time, it's like, well, taking photos, I don't know. I'm like, what were the photos? Like, how many women was it? Was this over the course of like 10 years, his entire time doing this? Was this like, okay, he took one photo, but even taking one photo of someone sleeping nude or whatever it is. Also, physical therapy, I didn't even know they took their shirts off then. You know what I mean? Like, I understand massage therapists, but I'm like, what kind of photos are these? Like, what do they look like? Like, what's the case? Like, there's so many unanswered questions here. Okay. Let's read this. And I feel like he's at least deserves a chance to prove that he is remorseful for what he did. For sure he does, but one, why didn't he tell you? And two, you bring it up to him and being like, are you remorseful? Like, of course he's going to say yes. You know what I mean? So I guess, let's see. Remorseful for what he did. He has done the work, matured and changed, but I also worry that by continuing to give him a chance and date him, I'm somehow minimizing the pain he caused those women. See, you just made this about yourself a little bit. Like, this has nothing to do. You dating him has nothing. It's so what? He should be alone forever at the same time. I don't know. You dating him has nothing to do with the pain that he caused those women. That's your own choice. And what you hope for is that if he has done all of that work, that he's not going to do something like this at the same time. Like that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? But you dating him has nothing to do with minimizing the pain of those women. You dating him, you hope that he doesn't hurt anybody else. I'm a victim of sexual assault myself, okay, and then risk finding out he's actually a psychotic misogynist. My gut says that this is not the case. Do you think this is 100 without a question a deal breaker, or should I just immediately block and forget him? Or do you think it's reasonable first to ask him about it? I think that you need to ask him about it. I think that it wouldn't be fair. I only say that because if you had gone on one date with him, you saw this and you didn't feel this like crazy connection with him, I would say like just block him. But you just said that this is the first time you've ever met somebody where you felt more seen in your entire life. And so I do think that, you know, if you really feel this way about this guy, you should talk to him about it. I would do it. Maybe not alone. I don't know. I feel like that's a nerve. You know, I just get nervous with men and being alone and bringing up really hard things. I think that if you're going to bring this up, I think you should bring it up. I would say over the phone. I would say don't do it in person, just to like really have a little bit of space. I would say don't tell him beforehand. I would bring it to him on the spot so you can really talk. Don't give him, you know, you don't want to ever give someone time to like really think about that kind of, you need to know what he feels right now. Ooh, Josh, do you have something to say?
Yeah, the connection you could also be feeling is like a love bomb thing. This could also be
the other thing.
What he could be doing.
Been a couple of dates. It could be a love bomb thing. Yeah, that is very true, Josh. Yeah,
he could just be doing, because he has to do stuff like that if he is on the registry. You know what I mean? It's like she could be getting manipulated because he's like, I know that I'm on the registry. I have to make these ladies fall in love before they find out.
That is very true. Yeah, I didn't even
I don't know,
think, yeah, and that's very
thought.
true. That
What
is
do I know? I'm just like a genius.
Yeah, and especially if that is actually a really good point. He could be doing this because he knows he has to. If he really likes somebody, he really has to dial it in and make sure that you really like him before he tells you that, which is incredibly manipulative and a red flag if that is what he's doing. But also it's like it must be tough to be like first date, like I'm the sexual. Here's what. But at the same time, it's like I think you do kind of have to tell people, especially if you've already been intimate with them. I think that's a lot. But no, I do want to say that I don't believe that 100% without question people can't change, and I know that some people are going to listen to this and be like, that's like that. I 100% disagree with you, and I hear you. I think with situations like this, you have to be so on guard and on top of what this could mean for your future and for this guy and interacting with somebody like this, because I also don't like the idea that if someone does something bad 12 years ago that their whole life is fucked and they must now live in isolation and they're a horrific person, without also forgiving them and minimizing the pain. You know what I mean? It's a really life is not black and white, and this is a perfect example of like how life isn't black and white. And like this isn't a guy who this happened a year ago and now trying to date. This has been 12 years, and he is in therapy, and he is, you know, maybe this guy has changed his entire relationship with women. I'm skeptical. I'm always going to be skeptical about things like this, but it's also unfair to, and I think you should be skeptical, but I think it's unfair to 100% cross their name off of like their living experience.
I think any type of sexual crime makes me very hesitant for any type of. I think there's certain things, like you said, like robbery. It's like that for me feels more excusable than
100%.
Like, something sexual. I don't like it at all. Personally, I'd be like, don't continue to see him. But that's just my thought.
I hear you. I'm also like so woo woo about life, and I think it's so stupid to say like I'm woo woo about my own life, but then I can't like. And this is not. Don't take this to like I'm gonna say this one line, then I hope you're not gonna hear. Like it's like, because I always think like past lives and things like this, and that we agreed to meet people and do things and hurt each other and come back together. And I'm like, well, what if like you guys, your souls connected, and you guys decided like, oh, we're gonna work together, and this is gonna be like a big moment or something. But I also think people use that as like an excuse to like date horrific people. But I don't know. Let's also see. Okay, let me, because she has more about this. Do you think it's responsible to first ask him about it? I do think you need to ask him about it and really have a conversation about like, I need to know exactly. You cannot move forward unless you know exactly what happened and how he's changed, because he hasn't told you any of this. Great, he's in therapy, but like that could be court mandated. You know what I mean? Like you have to figure that out. Or even wait to see if he brings it up. No, you're not waiting to see if he. You're not like a CIA undercover op. You know, you're gonna bring it up. This could be a dangerous situation. Or even wait to see if he brings it up, which I think would be a green flag. I think you've already been on multiple dates and you feel completely significant. I don't think it's it's a green flag if you brought it up earlier. We're getting to the point now where you are feeling like you have this deep connection with a guy who hasn't told you about something like this. That's a red flag to me. And to see how he responds and continue to see him. I'm too scared to even talk about this with my closest friends because I know that they will think I'm absolutely bonkers for even thinking about continuing to date him. Am I? That is your decision about after you guys discuss what exactly happened, how he has changed, the things that he has done. Because it's not just how he's changed. It's like, what has he done in the last 12 years to rectify these situations, become a better person, and be a better person in the world? Because in my opinion, you have to do all of those steps when you do a sexual crime to even be considered in that. And then I'm going to be completely honest with you, babe. You better get used to figuring out how to have conversations with your friends like this, because if you think you Googled him with one search and your friends aren't going to do the exact same thing, you're crazy. This is not something you will ever be able to keep a secret. This will follow him and you in a relationship for the rest of your lives if you decide to stay with him, which is, if you are willing to be like, this is my guy and he told me and I know the truth and whatever, and you want to do that, that's your choice to do. But your friends will find out. Your friends will talk about it behind your back. This is what it's like to be in a relationship with somebody who's on the sexual offender list. This isn't going to go away. This isn't going to be like, you understand and now you guys can be together. And this is going to be something that follows him for the rest of his life. And you by his side following you. You will get weird looks. You probably will lose friends. These are things that you have to consider before being in a relationship like this. This isn't just like, oh, I don't want my friends to find out. If I don't tell them, they're going to find out. The world is weird like that. You will think, oh, everything will be fine, and then it will be like your friends of friends of friends tell somebody else, or like one of the girls who was victimized in the photo knew one of your friend's college roommate, and then the college roommate sees a picture on Instagram, and then she's DMing your friend being like, I know him and he assaulted me. You know what I mean? Like, things will come back. And you better get used to having conversations like this, because the rest of your life will be conversations like this. Can people change? I do believe people can change. I don't think that was her asking, can people change? I think people can change, and I think it's not fair to say they can't change, but we must see the proof of change. And then part of me is like, if he really had been doing the work, you would already know about this. You wouldn't be finding out through Google. Can I trust my intuition that he fucked up a decade ago and has made effort to better himself? I don't think you should trust your intuition. I think you haven't even talked to him about this. You've already decided that he's a good guy before even talking to him about this. You've already made your decision. And I don't know. I think you need to there's no intuition. Your intuition hasn't been tested yet. You haven't talked to him. I don't know. Actually, yeah. Oh, God.
I think the details on this need to be super clear too.
Yeah.
Because there's so many levels that this could get way worse.
Yeah.
It's like, what if it was like a 15-year-old who was in for physical therapy, and that's who he was taking photos of? Like,
I know
the details.
The details we don't have
are so much. They're so heavily important in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that, because it's like, not that doing it to anybody is okay. But if it was like an underage person as well, then we're talking like, this is like a problem on a problem.
Yeah.
It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah. 100%. Give it to me real, sister. I live for your tough love and appreciate you so much. I think we gave it to you pretty real the whole time. Signed anonymous, obviously, but here's a picture of me so you can tell everybody how cute I am. No, you are gorgeous. You absolutely are gorgeous. But you're not old. She said it, but I'm old as fuck. You don't look old at all. I also don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm getting older. I met this nice guy. This also kind of, to me, like maybe you're feeling like, oh, am I going to meet anybody? I'm getting a little bit older. You literally are not old. I don't even know how old you are. You look gorgeous. But I mean, you're kind of too pretty to date someone on the sex offender list, to be honest with you. But just throwing it out there, like you know, you're the kind of pretty that doesn't have to date sex offenders. But just throwing it out there. I think I don't want you to feel like you're growing up and you're getting older and you're feeling like, oh, this is my last shot. Because I know that sometimes people feel older and they're like, this is my last shot to get, and this guy sees me. Well, does he see you? Because he hasn't told you this huge thing that you need to know. To me, that is very, very manipulative. And I think, you're like, I'm trusting my intuition. Your intuition, this is all on by yourself. You've just Googled a guy who is on the sex offender list. He hasn't told you anything. I think you need to have a conversation with him. And I know I said over the phone. The only thing that sucks about that is I like to, when I'm testing somebody or finding something out, I like to be in the room so I can see their face, because over the phone you kind of can't see. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't want you to be in a dangerous situation. I don't know. I think you need to talk to him, and I want a fucking update. But
yeah, when did she send this?
Today.
Oh.
She sent this like an hour ago.
Yeah, send us an emergency update.
Send us an emergency update, and we'll like jump up on here.
We'll do a separate episode just for that.
Literally. I know. I'm like, yeah, I don't know any of the details. I don't think this is. I'm not feeling. My intuition says I'm not feeling good about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea at all.
I don't either, but I also really hate that people can't change. But this is such a sticky situation that it's like, I know it's not about people can't change.
We just need more details, and then just ask him about it. I think.
That's so true.
Yeah.
We need more details and ask him about it.
And she needs more details.
And I also think you kind of coded. You really sandwiched how amazing this guy is with like a very little detail of what happened. He took pictures of his clients. Is all you said, when I know that they told you more information than that.
Totally.
I need to know how many women it is. I need to know how old they are. I need to know that were they fully nude? Was he just keeping to themselves? All of this. How long was this going on? It could be really bad.
Any type of this is just such an invasion of privacy that I don't. And it's a violation of his like HIPAA laws. There's like so many things.
There's so many things
getting into where I go like, it's not like one mistake. It's not like somebody like, I don't know. It's not like he drank and drove, which is like obviously really bad as well. But it's not like he was like drinking and driving one night because he was just like, I need to get home and whatever. It's like, no, this is like conscious
nobody
decision to do
needs
something.
photos of naked women who don't know they're there, and the thing about that is you have to understand is it's not like he was like, oh, I really need. He was getting off on the fact that they didn't know.
That's
the thing. It's not that he was like, oh, I'm just gonna take nude photos because I'm horny. You can just Google women. It was like he got off on the fact that these women were in a power dynamic where they didn't know that he had their picture and he was jerking off to it. And I think you need to remember that. And that speaks to something a little bit larger and would take years and years of therapy to get over and a lifetime of making sure that he's on top of it. And I think you need to consider that, because dating somebody like this, although I do think it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for somebody. You need to make sure that 1, he's changed. 2, he's doing the work. 3, that if you are going to get into a relationship with this guy, this is going to be the rest of your life. You are going to have a conversation with your friends, with your family. Do you feel comfortable with him being around your nieces, your daughters, your friends' kids? You have to understand that your friends have teenage daughters. They might not want him around. These are things you really need to consider, because this is the rest of your life. You will lose friends over this. I'm telling you right now. People lose friends when they start doing fucking porn. You think they're like, you are going to have people push back on this. I understand that you've been a victim of sexual assault. I'm sure your friends have too. And they're not going to want him around. And these are things you need to consider before doing any of this. But first, you need to talk to him, and you need all of the details, and you need to see how he's changed. But even then, I'm not feeling good about it.
I mean, the fact that he went to prison, to me, says that for what I know about how the judicial system works, it's like that's like a serious, like, you can get like. There's so many people to get. I mean, there's a whole different thing about like certain people. Like, what's that kid, that swimmer, Brock, whatever the fuck?
Brock Turner, that stupid fuck.
Yeah, that kid. It's like he didn't go to prison. No, that's a whole different thing. But
he didn't go to prison. God, his life sucks. I love that.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, and I don't think he feels any remorse whatsoever for what Brock Turner. I mean, did you see that video of the girl who she was like, my brother went on a date with Brock Turner's female best friend, and then they came on, and her brother was like, the brother was like so cute and was like, yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna date, because apparently she was like, well, I've known him since childhood, and like.
Yes.
She was like, he doesn't like to go to public places, and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna date a girl who's best friends with Brock Turner. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, I was like, that brother, I was like, I think we were all like, woo, what's your brother's number? Like, we all want to date your brother.
100%. That's what I mean. It's like, there's so many.
It's so funny. Literally, men have the bottom of the barrel. He was just like, I'm not gonna date a girl who's friends with Brock Turner, and all girls are like, I'm soaking wet. It's like, it's literally, it's like
a man with morals.
Yeah, like one moral,
Yeah, which is. Yeah, but the point being is that, like, if it was bad enough to get sent into a prison,
felony.
He's because that's another thing. He's also a felon. He's not only on the registry. If he went to prison, he's a felon.
Yeah, and also you have to remember, like,
which is then that comes with its own rules of like what you can and can't do in society.
How did he get caught? Was he sharing these pictures on the internet? Like, there are so many questions that you purposely did not give us because I think it's worse, and you want us to be like, people change, girly. Don't even worry about it. But I think you need to be on your fucking toes about this.
You're right. She did sugarcoat it, like the way that you do, like when you're giving like notes on somebody's thing, and you go, I loved the introduction.
Yeah.
Everything else sucked. Yeah. But the introduction was great. It's the yes sandwich.
So.
Leave him.
I want to know.
Leave him.
I want to know more. Send us the link.
Get out.
I want to know his name. Okay. I would, yeah. Okay. So there's that fun email. I feel like this has been a good episode.
Yeah. We're at a minute.
An hour and 3.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I didn't ask what time are we at. Did you guys notice that, you fucking assholes? Okay. But I'll tell you what time it is. It's Patreon time. Feelin Girlie /Patreon. Wait. What is it, Josh?
Patreon.com/Feelin Girlie.
We're gonna move over there right now because we got to do the rest of the emails. You fucking losers. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. Me and my tier 1 girls, we're moving over to the Patreon. Patreon.com/Feelin Girlie. The rest of y'all, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Or in just a minute. Bye.